but people need to see, know, and hear.
When you hear the message, whatever is not yours, even it cannot come. So that's my opinion.
So do hard fact.
Hard fact.
3 to 6 live on 95.1 Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Fact.
This is fact.
Hard Facts.
On Nigeria Info.
Alright, it's 5 minutes past 3 p.m. in 495.1 Abuja. Today, hope that you're having a good Wednesday so far. So hard facts, but hope you've had a listen to us from the Money Crossfire, turning Abuja, the sunny side, and right now it's to get into some hard stories making the rounds and the big stories actually. We'll get into that on Roundtable today. And you can join the company live on YouTube and Facebook for the hour to comment and opinions to the headlines that we'll be looking through today on the round. We'll take that until 4:30 when we'll get into even more conversation. And at 6 o'clock, we'll know eyewitness report and your situation. At 7 o'clock, hand you over to football until 10 o'clock to give you a sports update you need. So you're going to have a great time. Fingers crossed, and do all to the conversation today. My name is Itodo, the Agabite one. Great to always hang with you and have this important conversation. All right, let's get right into it, shall we? The press presented the budget, and there's been a lot of conversation. There was a joint session earlier today of land. He made a couple of statements where being invited right next to what the statements are. Now, the President presented the 2024 Appropriation National Assembly, which he called the Above Renewed Hope. Recall that the FEC, that is the Federal Executive, approved the sum of 27.5 naira for the 2024 budget. The federal government said it is targeting 18.32 trillion revenue generation to fund the budget, laying the projected budget deficit at 9.8 trillion naira. Now, it also stated on Wednesday, today, the project that the economy would grow at impressive 3.76% in 2024 fiscal year. The current expenditure in the bill is 9.92 trillion. Capital expenditure is 8.7 trillion naira. Now, here's something the president said. I'm going to read the excerpts of his speech. Now, according to him, in public-private partnership, we have made provisions to leverage capital for big-ticket infrastructure projects in energy, transportation, and others. This marks a step towards diversifying the mix, enhancing efficiency, and fostering the development of renewable sources. By allocating resources for innovative and environmentally initiatives, we aim to position Nigeria as a regional leader movement towards clean and sustainable. End of quote. So right now you have an idea what the president is hoping to achieve once this budget is by the National Assembly. Now, he further gave more insight. A conservative oil price benchmark, $77.96 per barrel, coupled with an estimate of 1.78 MB. Followed thorough examination of global oil market. Additionally, naira to US dollar rate 150 naira has been adopted for 2024. Which there's a good questions surrounding that, hoping that we are ready for what is to come if this is the president would be going. Also, he mentioned that the has recorded 8.65 trillion revenue in 9 months, and the target for 2024 is trillion. All right. And so here key budget stats. So total expenditure 0.5 trillion, non-current expenditure 9.92 trillion, total expenditure 8.7 trillion, and on with. Also, to expand the national safety net cash transfer in 2024, and plans to expand by providing more cash poor and vulnerable. This has been this question: what or who a vulnerable Nigerian is? Vulnerable, a handful of Nigerians vulnerable at this point. But who are these people that maybe have their names in the cash? Now, the administration of the on the cash transfer intervention programs aimed at reducing economic hardship being faced by and vulnerable Nigerians across the country. And he also plans to secure funds for Nigeria's energy transition at the P8. Spoke about this yesterday. They want to be the UAE. He also plans to use of parties, which is the COP28 summit, built to hold in the UAE a tangible commitments in Nigeria's to guarantee growth and development, and he hoped that someone where such projects concerning transition will be discussed and private funding will be secured. Now, here's a quick one to note: total expenditure for the fiscal 2024 stands at 27 trillion naira, with non-expenditure at 9.92 naira. And I mentioned earlier, the federal government adopted crude oil production as the benchmark price rate pegged at 750 naira to. So we'll see how things play out. Questions are how long the National Assembly to pass this? Well, in previous weeks, how press from the president having speedily passed, right? So there's no need to think as to how long this will take to be passed. Here's something that the speaker on Tatives Abbas Tajuddin sharing about why budget to meet expectations. Immense names, great plans, and all that time. Looking at it, not much is made when you look at the country and all that were put in place while the budget was being and eventually implemented. Now, although the government budget is a tool for economic management and promoting development, it has generally not met expectation of improved service and development. And this has due to challenges relating to budget implementation, and budget oversight. Now, he said apps will work with the executive arm of government to focus pre-budget engagement in the budget process. So we'll see how all of that plays out. What's something looking forward to hearing from the president during his presentation that you fail to hear, and you're hoping there'll be a bit of focus on it, what is being implemented? Would there be a review of all the items, sure that whatever product are going to be put out there, the budget is going to be to the best of every Nigerian? And something that the president, while he was giving speech, is that are of no use right now, not focused on in the budget. You would wonder what are, but I feel like a good time, tell. But let's get your thoughts on that. First story about the budget presentation to the joint session of National Assembly. I'm sure hoping that budget for 2024 achieve with next budget of renewed hope. 3951 000080959748, and those are the numbers to call on WhatsApp. It's 08099930137. You can also send WhatsApp message to that number. They'll get YouTube and Facebook at Area Info Abuja. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I can barely hear you. Your connection is not really great. It's distorted. If you can call back, that would be great. Welcome.
Good
afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
Thank you. The yearly plan of budget in Nigeria makes that the sitting president and governor of Nigeria are always doing. They want to share the mind of Nigerians is that as the effect of this budget, vulnerable Nigerians, you see politicians rather than serving all the lawmakers and the executives comes together, share and define how they are going to implement the budget in favor of Nigerians. I don't need coming out of Nigerian budget that passes by. So if budget presentation, what Nigerians are going through, like what they are going through, under the government change from 2015 to tell us the new hope. What kind of hope? What kind of hope? This is hope. Thank you.
Emmanuel, hey, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Every ritual presentation. Very did this for it. And what did we get? They are getting poorer every day.
About that, if you can't do a call to shots. Okay, you at all. Hello? Well, the sound is distorted. You want to adjust your positioning? Let's see that helps. No, I pick out what you're saying. If you can, please call back.
The number one celebrity on air press the world, riding so hot Wednesday afternoon. Speaking man in black. Good afternoon. Even like I said, they don't share no budget. You are silent already.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, so for Karale Keto, from Tobukuba, we're very happy for this budget presentation. And hopefully, when all the plans are done by the National Assembly and the budget even into law, we'll begin usher Nigeria in the real new humba. The budget president met not his budget. The budget is presented when or even chosen to law is his own budget. So that is when we can hammer, shoot, as I've told on pity me, Mr. President, we're not going to pay you to follow every couple in our budget and ensure it implemented. I'm particularly very happy at anything that will not need growth and development of the country.
Hello? All right. Sorry about that. Okay, I have to let you go, but you need that thought. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Godfrey.
Go ahead, Godfrey.
Once again, Mr. President, after all the trillions, he did not mention things about fixing refineries or building a new one. So it's the same thing that Buhari, knowing that building a new refinery, which a good chunk of that money will have done, will reduce the hardship are going through. He didn't mention which is his priorities. That's what I see. Thank you.
All right.
Hello?
Yes. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Jacob.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Okay. Regarding the budget, Mr. President just present. The way I look at it, I just sent you Jacob has been happening since 2015. Well, as the last call I just said, let us watch, because the most pressing issue is tiny bit of where you didn't mention it at all. I don't know whether we should ask president, we should call Mark to them. Why finding the costs to the refinery?
He spoke about the removal of fuel subsidy while he was speaking.
No, what all of them are dodging refinery or building refinery. We are not even called to question. This is why we talk. These are things that was doing in the 70s, 70s. That's what I'm saying. Is try what they can like you do for all them. You sit there and tell us why you got to build new refinery. Places that are not talk to us are building private to build, are building. That most of the governments in the south that they can have refinery in the country. Why want to build our own? I don't see people for this budget. They're not different from me. Let us just want you accept from Abuja from Canada. To go market.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
My name is Kimberly.
Dude.
Yes. I don't see any presentation of this budget can increase content. If you cannot talk anything about it, you are not talking about giving our families from what is saying is that one chain of money back.
Those are not the words we used. Push that out.
This is a chain of money and again, I don't know the word we use it again.
The power transfer?
Yes, what is the benefit? How many people is the benefit of 200 million people? You are giving about 10 million people. How many people, what is the benefit of in this economy in Nigeria? So if you refinery, maybe by year, we are talking of when we come down to this 300, 400. That is what we benefit.
Okay.
But then you are giving you a transfer of cash. Who are you transferring to? Something that Buhari did last 4 years. That is what. So if you would not speak about refinery, you could not tell us that a Joku Sikon is going to work and he borrow. Instead of them to borrow that money and fees, the money to share to people. How do you make sense? Now it's asking for $8 billion for borrowing. I had it this radio today. This money that is borrowed, what is it big with it? The person they should put that money, put our people, refine that place. And this one you borrow money and share for people, they tell me how can it be good? What is that?
All right.
Old story every day.
All right, Chintu.
They will begin to talk with it.
All right, that's a good place to leave it. Let's hear from you. Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very well.
This is enough for Australia. Thank you very much. I actually listened to the presentation.
Well, before, can you take a pause, move from your device, so clearly there's a bit of a feedback.
Yeah,
sorry
for the now.
Yeah, let's try this. Go ahead.
Like I said, I didn't watch it. If the medium presidential framework, the National Assembly today, which is an integrity president to go. This body is reduced with foreign. That is really good foreign and from the budget we have been having. Somebody was telling me, or the budget we started again. You know why we just for the men. I'm saying how is on the people experience the urge because you support that your it was especially the other 2000 what they like thing. So what we should do at this point before that person should be opposing the party is to know that first. See how if we come out very well Nigeria. Because we don't want to be forced off to it, but then it don't have to be so ready. What we do for support now is how to find out. Don't let it begin on the president that used to nowhere. Thank you.
All right, thank you for it. So live on YouTube and Facebook. You can go on there to join and drop your comments as well. But there's something that touched on, that is the security architecture of Nigeria, sharing that the overhaul on his work. He also highlighted key issues in the bill. He said the budget seeks to achieve the following. Let me know if you agree or not, if you think they should be in the focus as to what the budget is going to be. So according to him, job rate, macroeconomic stability, investment environment, and active social security. He also said defense and internal security are accorded top priority. Security overhauled, in his words, enhance law enforcement capabilities, guard lives, properties, and across the country. Human capital is a crucial resource for national development, and accordingly, the budget prioritizes development with particular attention to the foundation of our nation. He said that he is committed to lots of Nigerians delivering on his campaign promises. The budget has got potential to performance, promote development of small and medium-sized enterprises, enhance security and public safety, improve rural living conditions of Nigerians. Yeah, so that's the budget to focusing on what he hopes to achieve with that budget for There's also something that stakeholders have been looking at, funny, which is Fed government projecting 5.9% decline in inflation rate by 2024. You would ask how? What is the plan to achieve this? Because the inflation rate stands at 21.4, a 5.9 from its current 27.3% rate. So if it's going to achieve that, it will be a decline to 21.4. This disclosure stating that it would help for a better environment and enhanced human capital development. According to the MBS, which is Nigeria statistics, Nigeria's head inflation rate is currently at 27.3%, and almost 2 days since 2005. A couple of weeks ago, KPMG stated that Nigeria's inflation will reach 30% by December. Hasn't hope to inflation by 5.9%. What steps would he be taking to ensure that is achieved 2024? He also stated that the government is positive for investment programs to economic growth as well as fix financial leakages. Yeah, but some messages right now on WhatsApp. It's 08099900137. Enter that your name and your location once you send your message, so that and then we'll go back to the phone. Okay, I'm sorry. Today, Matthew as well. Oludade Abiodun saying that the president and his team to make sure people's-oriented budget out. We hear about the results since I was giving birth to the budget, but I haven't seen any results. I wish. And Ibrahim said presentation in Nigeria, it seems to be, fortunately, and my effect, positive impact on life. All this might be done with certain interest. It's important to give account here in the hereafter. All right, Ibrahim is saying. Let's get back on WhatsApp 080993013. And on Facebook, Beret Chibuzo. It's a well-presented Nigeria shall be great again. Good old Onu Joseph. Thank you so much for the conversation and being a part of the live.
Yeah, Itodo.
Welcome. What's your name there?
My name is Itodo.
Go ahead.
Well, budget. Let me say this. In everything, two is involved. They say about the new hope. It must not be a budget hardship. Yeah.
There's another word that you use because they do change the trajectory, or you bring in things.
Sorry. I said two things. In two things, one must involve iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't understand. If you are not enjoying something, if you are not enjoying something or you are not enjoying it,
okay.
Let's wait for the budget for that. Let's wait and see. If you are not, is it not? Is it when you are waiting and you are not, and the thing talk to bad? What is it? One thing, the two things must be involved. Either the good or the bad of it. I just will head. Isn't it? Thank you. I am saying two things. One must be involved. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon.
Hello, Itodo.
Yes, welcome. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm James. I'm calling from Bali.
Welcome, James.
Look at the highlights of the budget. We find out that the current expenditure is more than the capital expenditure. What they follow like that. I'm shouting that the cost of government should be reduced. Look at the lifestyle of the religion. What we just want to hear, hey, couldn't you take on the what is the maximum service of this place? Voice for like is a man annual ritual. I'm not looking there as far as I'm concerned. Serious. All this returning is how come actually Nigeria is expensive? It's a cost expensive and we believe that is the budget. They are not just this country. Thank you very much.
All right, welcome.
Hello, good
Noon.
afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Kimberly.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, this budget of futility.
I didn't get that. What did you budget of what?
Budget of futility.
Why do you
How can these people build a country for sustaining for money? Who are these people Nigeria? Where are they that have been arranged? It's been arranged. No, Nigeria are big. Nigeria is leading.
All right. Let's take this call and move on. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name, sir?
My name is Samuel Dikin from in Abuja.
Welcome, Samuel.
Yeah, thank you. From the concern of most of the callers so far, regard to our rate, I come to ask that we seem to start with the problem the people are going through is based on the law of fuel subsidy. And another way, the better way to do them is at the same time local production of our. But this man did not say, our president did not say anything to either modular refinery or building one or a government ones. Now, to the question, sir, with due respect the audience, the Senate, I was disappointed open speech. This man more or less praising the president. We need to wonder, are we the campaign? Are we really hold the responsibility and the respect that I know of the government? So, Mr. Itodo, I'm sorry, I just dropped my phone.
You're not wasting your airtime. Your thoughts and opinions, whether you share them, and you're listening, I would pick up on that and make them. Let's move on to something. Wiki automated passport application proceeds again in the next 1 week to the Minister of Interior. If you ever had to do it in the past few years or months to him taking over office, well, an interesting process, and you wait for months before you get renewal or a passport. But that's also somewhat being handled based on what we've seen coming from that category. Now, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo's the automated passport application process will be in the next 1 week. He revealed that technology for the automated application feature was 99 and done. Now, in fact, according to the testing, and we should be going live in 1 week. As I said, that the Nigerians all they need in an immigration center or the part is just their biometric fingerprints, and that's all. I can state that we have gone on, including the uploaded photos and supporting documents. We would have gone live, but I saw some errors, and he had changed them. And of quote, he aimed that while the technology was intended to make the application process convenient for Nigerians, the federal government also prioritized national security, and it was that all international airports would have, so you would have no business immigration officer except you are of interest. I mean, that would be interesting. Look, you just walk your way to the airport to make Nigeria, and you don't have to see an immigration officer except there's something concerned about you. But there's also the issue of the e-scanner at the airports that needs to be gutted so that it cuts down to be seen by authorities. This was, said or mentioned by the mission, where he said that about 3.2 billion was purchased that scanner. So if full bodies need to go through the NDLEA or the EFC or whatever, you wouldn't need to take off your belt or take out your laptop from your bag, walk through, and you can go onto the waiting area before each flight. But the concern is that priority wrong? Is that something that we need to be focusing on right now, or are there other more things that Nigeria should be looking at? And so far, we've spoken about of the budget by the president, and of lawmakers earlier today, being interrogated with people of certain parts of it, some being impressed, hoping that once it is implemented, it's able to achieve the point agenda of this admin. Right now, what the Minister of Interior is saying, and say that the comfort of your home, your office, just go on to well of your international sport, right? Okay, let's take about reactions to this, and you call us up or simply send a message to open to do that. Welcome. Connection is not coming through. Hello. All right, sorry about that. Have to let you go so you can call back. Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Paul. Yeah, let me into the budget. Me, I know this is very government. And refinery, make we not talk about it because if they do the refinery, the whole masses will enjoy. Everybody. So, even at the refinery, is the process by what they are not ready to reach that one. Sometimes they process that by everything together here. And this is why they don't want to pay a bank. God is with us. God, one day, only to be a history. So, make we just keep quiet and go to the correct. That's all.
Paul, thank you for sharing your thoughts right at binary. We've so far heard or will, based on the report that December is a deadline for the Port Harcourt refinery promise. So we'll have to wait for it to kick out the pressure at the end of the year. In a few days to December, maybe more like a few hours, so we'll have to wait and see promise is kept, but also wait items in the budget to know what funding has been put where, as well as if it's captured or not, and what difference that make if indeed it included the budget. Going on to face some of your comments, all of Francis Namani reaching live from Angunze in 8. Thank you. What's more important, implementation, not specifically, but God help our leaders to get it right. Also, Francis is saying. And on WhatsApp, Pastor T. Ogunlai, this budget is going might not produce tangible, is what it's saying, because it's designed to make more people richer. Just all the budget in Nigeria since together, I can assure you that it would Nigeria to Dubai. But its intentions, Nigeria, it's time to leaders work for us by speaking with one. Pastor TJ, thank you for your thoughts. Solomon in live camp concerning the issue of body that we want to see things different with us. Anyway, I don't depend on the Nigerian, but if not, it's Nigeria. And current Minister of Interior is truly committed to Nigeria as a nation needs public service. Him is what Oludade is sharing. All right, Oludade, let's get to the phone 100-951-0000-080959748. Those are the numbers to call. You can also WhatsApp message. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook. You can go on there and watch the live feed, be a part of the conversation. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. So my line went and
yes, King, sorry about that. Go ahead with
so let me just an expression. We are budgeting every year. We are so far keep on increasing.
All right, Kingsley, you might have to call a different number. Let you finish with your thoughts. All right. Yes, welcome.
I'm calling from Itodo. You asked the question: is it the better time for it and what we are going through? Yes, Mr. Itodo family abroad. I tell you, the hell they go through in trying to report. You will know that this is truly time. This man, for me, as far as I'm concerned, in the days for ministers, Minister of Interior, Master, in fact, is the head boy of the ministers. Innovative, decisive, and you know, time is money. You know, you take ways of preventing, stopping.
All right, sorry about that.
No, I was making things to
Well, your question went off. You had to finish your thoughts.
I share it this time. And you wave money, budget every year. And your profile, and your business people, are you making progress?
I'm listening to you.
Hello?
I'm listening to you.
Yes, Nigeria is sort of. So we have to revise. How can you budget easily every year? And people are getting poorer. All these monies that are budgeted, that are being to pay this money. You say, go. Living a federal government vehicle, this time over compound. At least the person is paying cash. Property. It's too one of the cash. And then federal government vehicle. One of the and tell us to get better. It won't get better. That's my solution. Thank you.
Let's get back to some of your messages. And Simon Kubwa says, those of us who has the national budget since we say it has always been a measure, is what Sam is saying. There had no capital component of the previous budget ever been implemented above 35%. The recurrent is always getting about 100% implemented. That is why no development has been achieved since. This is why also must have lost interest in the budget. In most cases, the projected income will realize without rendering the budget a measure. In the budget just presented, I have not heard what is for electricity improvement, which without no development will be achieved. That's what Sam in Cuba is right now. And sooner in Abuja, the president said can achieved if corruption is reduced, but he said nothing about corruption. Why? Is the question that he is asking right now. So move on to story making the rounds today. You can watch us live on YouTube and Facebook here in for Abuja. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube platform when you just click the subscribe option and click right there, and you can be part of when it is we are live. That's true. Okay, it's a Nigeria, Abuja. That is the handle. We've spoken about of the budget as well as what we're doing, saying that in a week's time there will be of an automated passport process. As Nigerians are looking forward to not having to go press in renewing their passport gates, so you don't have to go through immigration except no interest in the words that are used. But something that President recently shared, speaking how the federal government will be working in the manufacturing sector, which is something that Nigerians have always spoken up about. And he to see the current administration will resuscitate activities in the manufacturing and engineering sectors. He also pledged commitment in the country's full economic potential by implementing policies focused on creation, access to capital for small businesses, inclusiveness and rule of law, the fight against hunger, poverty, and corruption. Yeah. He also mentioned the fact that they are aware of the problems and also the issue of access to capital challenges, multiple taxation, use of infrastructure deficits, foreign export obstacles, among others. That's the that he shared while he was speaking. He also mentioned the fact that it would take 10 months for things to kickstart policies to make any difference. The question is, when do we start counting the 15th? Are we counting from May? If we do the July, August, September, October, November, that's about 8 months, right? Or counting from January 2020. I don't know. It's a bit of clarity to regard. Let's go a quick break. When we come back, our third story for the day.
Hello, my name is Kimberly. I'm host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the driving coach every day here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Facts Show. A lot of opinion and conjectures you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join and let's talk.